Hello everyone, hope you're well on this Saturday evening. I typically do a video earlier in the day, but I was not able to. We were with family for a good portion of today. More on that in a little bit here in our weird adventures. Hey Ella, you want to say hello? She acted like she wanted to say hello a while ago, so I pulled her on up. How you doing? Yeah, we good? You're kind of a dirty dog right now. We're gonna do a dog wash tomorrow. You want to do a dog wash tomorrow? Hmm? I think we're due. Maybe all three of us. You for sure. You for sure. You need it. That hair. This hair just attracts dirt. All right, buddy. Get on down. But anyway, three main things to cover here. We cannot never give up our Bill of Rights, especially our Second Amendment, for sure. We cannot bargain on Second Amendment rights. I'm going to go into why. Also, food prices, food prices are out of control, and I'll go into that a little bit as well. I have some other news items I'm going to go into also. I have a terrific passage that I will share with you here towards the end, so stay tuned for that. But first, we had a good visited with some family earlier today, and we had a good time. And, I think it's important, when you can, as much as you can, to get together with family / friends in person, if at all possible. I know there are challenges, but when you can make it happen, try to make it happen, because I think it's just important, especially this day and time. And Miss Dawg, we were talking about it driving home. Miss Dawg was like, it's almost like the powers that be want to, or they make efforts for you not to be doing this kind of thing, to be isolated, and to be afraid, and be dependent on them, and be, just anxious, unhealthy, so let's make a conscious effort to try to do that more often. I know we do too. We need to try it more, and try to make the effort to do it more often. But it was a good time, it really was. Some news items. And this kind of made me think about just reading through some things that are going on. And I believe that to a large extent, we are blessed to still be in a country that we have relative freedom, especially with the Second Amendment. Especially when you look at Europe, they're in trouble. Hamas reported 6 more released hostages, as far as hostages that were alive, including, I think that was today. Yesterday, I believe, I didn't mention yesterday, that the remains of other hostages were returned, including a young mom and 2 children. Terrible stuff. I'm not going to go into detail. You probably heard about it. Just awful stuff. These hostages, at least a couple of the men, I saw a little clip that they released today. It was this degrading kind of ceremony, this carnival atmosphere they have, and parade them around, and it's humiliating, and they're cheering and all this kind of crap. It's really bad. It's really bad. Tough situation all the way around. I have a feeling that when they get to a point, when there's just no more living hostages, especially, that they can get back, that they're going to rain all hell again. They're going to rain it down, and absolutely just flatten Gaza into a parking lot. And maybe that needs to happen. Just absolutely flatten it. I believe they're going to do it. I really do. All right, on to other stuff. I was watching some of the swearing in and the speech of Kash Patel, new director of FBI, yesterday, or last night, rather. And I'm impressed with this guy. I've talked about him before, but he was bringing up some things like, we're going to go after the bad guys. And he was bringing up some statistics. I can't remember the exact numbers, but as far as the violent crime and the amount of drugs that have been allowed in this country over the last few years, especially, and how many deaths it's resulting in of Americans, and the violent crime that is out of control, as he put it. And he said, there's no reason for this. There's no excuse for this. This is not acceptable. The drugs, the violent crime, we are going to do everything we can humanly possible to stop, if you're a threat to this crime, if you're a threat to the citizens of this country, we are going to do our best to find you and put an end to you. He put it just very plain, very simple. You will not hide. We will find you. And I like that. I mean, when was the last time you heard that from the FBI director? I mean, really. Instead of chasing people for just political reasons, But he mentioned those two things for sure: the drugs, it was kind of alluding to the cartels, but just your regular crime done by other, citizens, citizens are legal or not legal. And he says, we're going to go after you. And I believe it. I believe what he says. I believe he's going to try. I really do. I think he's genuine. Trump and Hegseth, the Secretary of Defense, they're making big moves. They fired the chairman of the Joint Chiefs. I forget his name. But anyway, they installed somebody else. I agree. I mean, you got to get your right people, get your good people in there. So I think that's good. And I feel more confident about the military going forward for now. I really do. Compared to the last 4 years, can you imagine? Before I get to Europe, let's go to Africa. 70 Christians reportedly were beheaded in Africa, the Democratic Republic of Congo. 70 by an ISIS-aligned militant group. Reportedly, the victims were taken from their homes and executed in a church or around a church. It's about 70 of them. Nobody much is talking about this. I guess because it's in Africa. You don't think it can happen here? They would love to do that here to you and I. They would love to. Thank goodness, thank God, we have Second Amendment. We have a director of the FBI who's going to go after people like that. I believe it. So we got serious persecution going on. It's around the world, but especially this part of Africa. It's a shame. But just goes to show you, if you're a believer, and it was prophesied. I mean, this is what happens, when you follow Christ. An Algerian man stabbed multiple people in France, Mulhouse, France, earlier today. It was either yesterday or earlier today, I believe. One dead, many others wounded. This has kind of been a daily occurrence, especially in Europe, especially in Germany, now France, and I think there was another country, I can't remember. But, these people don't have 2A. They don't have Second Amendment. And now you got to walk around and look for people who are going to come at you just randomly trying to stab you. Never give up Second Amendment. Now, Europe has a problem. You have virtually no borders. You're not vetting people coming in. You just let them in. This is what happens. They're not going to assimilate to your culture. They want to destroy your culture and replace it with theirs. And they want to make the rules. And they eventually will, if this continues. If something doesn't happen to where Europe can turn around and come to their senses, it will happen. There will be enough of them to be in power politically, and then they make all the rules. Now this guy in France, stabbing people, yelling that Muslim phrase, you know what I'm talking about. So no doubt it's what it was. I'm not even going to say it. You know what it is. Never give up your tools. Never give them up. 3 people, now let's go to the United States. 3 people killed in a shooting outside of a driver's license center, Louisville, Kentucky. I believe this happened yesterday, actually. 3 people gone outside a driver's license center. Protect yourself. 2 young police officers. Now we're going to Virginia Beach, Virginia. This was last night. 2 young police officers fatally shot after a traffic stop. This was like 11:30 p.m. last night, Virginia Beach. The shooter was a convicted felon. They later found him with a looks like a self-inflicted wound to the head, looked like a suicide. This is pure evil. These poor 2 young police, they sound, one was like 25, one was 30. I mean, they were riding together. They just rode up on evil. They sure did. We got to keep protecting ourselves. We can't forget that. We cannot let that drop. The crime is still out there. It's not going away. Those are just some things I ran across, just taking a look at things. Keep protecting yourself. Have protection. First line of defense is, of course, is awareness. What's going on around you. But we need to have some protection. Have a plan. Okay. Food prices, y'all. Oh, gone. I mean, we went out with some family, or met some family earlier today, and then we went to pick up a few things, large chain grocery stores, 2 of them, and they're just higher than ever, y'all. I mean, even at your discount places, so to speak, you know, I mean, we didn't take a big look at the eggs. Everybody's talking about eggs now and dairy, but I know milk, it's like it's over $1 more than it was, like, dang, 3 weeks ago. Eggs, we didn't buy any today, but from what Ms. Dawg said, the organic kind, like over $10+ for a dozen. Regular, just your cheapest, $6-7, y'all. That's insane. Remember when they were 99 cents for a dozen? Remember that? Well, try to find a local source. Somebody who has chickens, hens, you know, just buy them that way. And you know, somebody trusted. Or barter for them. We've done that with our neighbors. But we have to adapt. We really do. But the prices on it's not just dairy, it's not just eggs. It's everything. It's everything. And this is just your normal food items, things that you need to cook, to prepare food. This is not just extravagant stuff. It's just common ingredients. I think it's going to continue to go up. It's going to get worse before it gets better, and I don't know if they're going to come down. That is a hope, but I think they're going to continue to go up for a while, though. You know, when you've seen what we've had for the last 4 years, and it's just been that upward trajectory, it's not like it's going to dip right away, no matter what happens, no matter who's in power. You know, it's been going up. It's still going to, it's like the momentum. It's still a momentum. It's still going to keep going up. So we need to prepare best we can. What can you do to lighten that burden a little bit? No. Not all of us can have chickens, or not all of us really need to, you know, depending on your situation too. You know. But the prices are out of control. You know, I don't know. Something's got to give. I don't know. Do something about the taxes on us. I don't know, y'all, but it's tough. Like I mentioned yesterday, tough times. Prepare for tough times. They're they're going to continue for a while. I do have confidence it's going to get better, but it's not going to be real soon. It could take a while, y'all. It truly can. And that's understandable. I'm going to go to a passage. We are in Psalm chapter 34, starting verse 13. Keep your tongue from evil and your lips from speaking lies. Turn from evil and do good. Seek peace and pursue it. The eyes of the Lord are on the righteous, and his ears are attentive to their cry. The face of the Lord is against those who do evil, to cut off the memory of them from the earth. Whew. The face of the Lord is against those who do evil. Turn from evil and do good. Seek peace and pursue it. A lot of this is who we hang around too, right? The toxic, the evil, run from it. Run from it. I don't care who it is. All right? Let's watch who we're around. Let's pursue peace. Let's do good and continue to do it. We can be an example. We can. Tough times, good times, don't matter. But share your thoughts. We're in a weekend. Be safe. Be careful out there. Stay close to Jesus. God bless you. I'll see you soon.